So today we're talking about Atom Smasher, the boogeyman of Night City. He's an absolute fully metallic juicer, a super weapon that can almost be described as a one-man army. The almost not man is one of the greatest achievements in futuristic history. What I want to talk about today is what shocked me the most. How much is Atom Smasher's upgrades even worth?
Roadblock ahead.
So at the very beginning of this video, I'm going to rapid fire all the things I found from the wiki and then go ahead and add on the things that the wiki did not include. The entire build, for lack of a better word, consists of parts custom fit to his style, but the parts he uses are mostly easily identifiable. So at the very beginning, we're going to start with what I like to call his skin, the Samson. And it is the first upgrade Atom Smasher acquired that eventually led up to the one we see in the game. The rest of his upgrades kind of layer on top of the Samson. This is worth about 50,000 euro dollars, which converts up to about $100,000. That is what the wiki says. The next part is the one that obviously everyone recognizes. It's like the Atom Smasher look. It's the Dragoon armor. The most powerful part of Atom Smasher's upgrades. If the Samson was the skin, this is the clothes and gear that go on top, enhancing what was already an insane super soldier into an almost demonic-like powerhouse. This surprised me with how cheap this armor is in Cyberpunk. Dragoon armor is worth about 120,000 euro dollars, which converts to about 240,000 USD. With that being said, this is a military grade armor set, so it's most likely possible that the reason it's not millions of dollars is because they were able to mass produce it at a scale to which it became its own separate model. Unlike the video I did before about the Relic 2.0, which is like a single-use supercomputer that keeps you alive after death, this is just some armor, so we're not going to see any crazy numbers yet. So the next piece is fairly straightforward. At this point, I hope everyone knows how cool the Sandevistan is. Essentially, it really doesn't need an introduction except for this clip. But yes, Atom Smasher has one, and is worth about 6,000 eddies, or equal to about $12,000. Honestly, you could take out a loan and get one of those installed and become a bounty hunter if you really wanted to. Okay, all the wiki parts are now out of the way, but these next two parts required a lot more calculation. Shoulder-mounted rockets and an arm cannon are not the easiest things to just price out. The shoulder-mounted rocket are not priced out in the game or in real life, so I had to do a little improvising. I used a military launcher called the RAM as the main launching device for the rockets. The price of one of these bad boys in 2014 was $998,000, and in the year 2021, the price was $905,330. If you saw my last video, you kind of know where this is going. $998,000 is the price in the year 2014, and the price in 2021 is $905,330. That means in 7 years, there was a $92,670 difference, which equates to about $13,238.57 per year. Keep in mind, we're not using the exact same RAM turret, so exponential depreciation doesn't really apply here. The rate per year that the technology gets cheaper is all that really matters. So using the 1-year incremental value over 56 years will net us the value of a RAM at the year 2077. You then take that value and subtract it from the original 2021 value to get the theoretical pricing of the RAM launcher. The reason this video took so long was I couldn't figure out how much a missile costs to make. So this one's kind of up for debate. If anyone actually has a kind of an understanding of how much a missile costs, you can do the exact price for a salvo, and you can work with this equation here that I have to figure out the exact pricing for how much it would cost for him to have a loaded salvo as a shoulder-mounted rocket piece. If anyone in the comments knows, like, honestly, just feel free to send it. So the missile launcher's done, but the last part that needs to be calculated is the arm cannon. Looking at the size of the cannon itself, I've determined that this thing is a pocket barrel 50 cal. Thus, I calculated it using that as a reference. So assuming it shoots 50 BMG, a Barrett 50 cal typically costs around 8 to 10 grand. This includes the standard model with additional costs for accessories and modification. That being said, I kind of rounded it up to about $12,000 considering it would be one of the higher end. Kind of turns it into a little like pocket op. I also figured out the ammo he uses, which is most likely a cartridge caliber 50, armor piercing, Mark 263 in mod 2. So this bullet's crazy. The bullet has a hardened steel core and features double valleys to reduce bearing surface, thereby decreasing friction and increasing stability. So it's used in the M2, M3, and M85 Barrett models. How much do you think it's worth? You know, it's like a real round, right? It's 800 bucks a round. Well, 795. Still, 800 bucks a round is crazy. So, with that being said, the value of the arm cannon is $12,000 plus $795 a round. Now that we have all of the pieces in place, if we take into account the arm cannon's value, we also add in the Samson, the Dragoon armor, Sandevistan, and the shoulder-mounted missile launcher, we get a total value of $527,970.02, which is how much Atom Smasher's whole kit is worth, which is crazy.